Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another reading of the Bible. We are going to continue our reading of Isaiah, and we're going to read chapters 13 through 16. That's 13 through 16. Here we go. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amoz did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. Exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones. I dropped something. Anyway, sorry. My mighty ones for mine anger, even them who rejoice in my highness. Not royal highness, but just highness here. Footnote, verse 3, exaltation. Okay, so that's a better word. Exaltation. They rejoice in my exaltation. Verse 4, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Howl ye like a howl like a wolf. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. They shall be afraid, pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. That's kind of um, analogous to birth pangs before tribulation, before the end of the world. Birth pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them. There shall be in pain as a woman who travaileth. There shall be amazed at one another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, or make the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. It's prophetic. I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible, or the awesome. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. It shall be as the chaste roe, and as a sheep roe, R-O-E, roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. Every one who is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. Behold, I will stir up the Medes, that's like Darius the Mede, the Medes against them, who shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. Satyrs, spelled Satyrs. The wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and the dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. Chapter 14. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. The people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. It shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, How hath the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased? The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked, and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he who ruleth the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees, fir trees, rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, Since thou art laid down, no failure, no failures is come up against us. Hell from beneath is moved for thee, to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, Art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, or to Sheol, the grave, and the noise of the vials. The worm is spreadeth under thee, and the worms covereth it. How art thou fallen, O from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? Lucifer, let's see, verse 12. Oh, excuse me, my apologies. Verse 12, day star, or morning star. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, who doth weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt thy throne above the stars of God. That's by the stars being angels of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pits. That's probably Hades, hell, Hades. Verse 14. Let's see. Second Thessalonians 2:4. Oh, interesting. Hades. Hell, Hades. Oh, okay. Okay. 15. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell. Oh, sorry. To the sides of the pit. 16. They who see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, Is this the man who made the earth tremble and did shake the kingdoms? Notice it says, calls Lucifer man. Not a man, it's an angel. Who made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, who opened not the house of his prisoners? All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those who are slain, thrust through with a sword, who go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Prepare slaughter for its children for the iniquity of their fathers, for they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, the remnant, the son, and the nephew, saith the Lord. I will also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, saith the Lord of hosts. The Lord of hosts hath sworn, saying, Surely as I thought, so shall it come to pass, and as I have proposed, so it shall stand. That I will break the Assyrian in my land, and upon my mountains tread him underfoot. Then shall his yoke depart from off them, and his burden depart from off their shoulders. This is the purpose that is proposed upon the whole earth, and this is the hand which is stretched out upon all the nations. For the Lord of hosts hath proposed, and who shall disannul it? And his hand is stretched out, and who shall turn it back? In the year of that King Ahaz died was this burden. Rejoice not thou, whole. This is interesting. Rejoice not thou, whole Palestina. It says Palestina there. Now modern day Palestine, but Palestina. That's interesting. That's verse 29. Because the rod of him who smote thee is broken, for out of the serpent's root shall come forth a cockatrice, and its fruit shall be a fiery, flying serpent. The firstborn of the poor shall feed, and the needy shall lie down in safety. And I will kill thy root with famine, and he shall slay the remnant. Howl, O gate, cry, O city, thou whole Palestina. There it is again, Palestina. Art dissolved. For there shall come from the north a smoke, and none shall be alone in his appointed times. What shall one then answer the messengers of the nation? That the Lord hath founded Zion, and the poor of his people shall trust in it. Chapter 15, only 9 verses. 15. The burden of Moab. Because of the night Ar of Moab, because in the night Ar of Moab is laid waste. Ar, just Ar. Is laid waste and brought to silence, because in the night Ker of Moab is laid waste and brought to silence. He is gone up to Bajith, Bajith, and to Dibon, 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 the high places to weep. Moab shall howl over Nebo and over Medeba. On all their heads shall be baldness, and every beard cut off. In their streets they shall gird themselves with sackcloth on the tops of their houses, and in the streets everyone shall howl, weeping abundantly. Heshbon shall cry, and Eleale, excuse me, their voice shall be heard even unto Yahaz, Jahaz. Therefore the armed soldiers of Moab shall cry out, his life shall be grievous unto him. My heart shall cry out for Moab. His fugitives shall flee into Zoar, and Heifer of 3 years old, for by the mountain up of Lahith, with weeping shall they go up. For in the way of Horonaim they shall raise up a cry of destruction. For the waters of Nimrim shall be desolate, for the hay is withered away, the grass faileth, there is no green thing. Therefore the abundance they have gotten, and that which they have laid up, shall they carry away to the brook of the willows, for the cry is gone round about the borders of Moab, the howling thereof unto Eglaim, and the howling thereof unto Beer Elim. For the waters of Dimon, or Dimon, Dimon, shall be full of blood, for I will bring more upon Dimon, lions upon him who escapeth of Moab, and upon the remnant of the land. Chapter 16. Send ye the lamb to the ruler of the land from Selah, or Selah, Star Trek, sorry, from Selah to the wilderness, Selah to the wilderness, unto the mount of the daughter of Zion. For it shall be that as a wandering bird cast out of the nest, so the daughters of Moab shall be at the fords of Arnon. Take counsel, execute judgment, make thy shadow as the night in the midst of the noonday. Hide the outcasts, bewray not him who wandereth. Let mine outcasts dwell with thee, Moab. Be thou a covert to them from the face of the spoiler, for the extortioner is at an end. The spoiler ceaseth, the oppressors are consumed out of the land. In mercy shall the throne be established, and he shall sit upon it in truth in the tabernacle of David, judging and seeking judgment and hasting righteousness. We have heard of the pride of Moab. He is very proud, even of his haughtiness and his pride and his wrath, but his lies shall not be so. Therefore shall Moab howl for Moab. Everyone shall howl. For the foundations of Ker Hareseth shall ye mourn. Surely they are stricken. For the fields of Heshbon languish, and the vine of Sibmah, the lords of the heathen have broken down the principal plants thereof. They are come even unto Yazir. They wandered through the wilderness, her branches are stretched out. They are gone over the sea. Therefore I will bewail with the weeping of Yazir, the vine of Sibmah. I will water thee with my tears, O Heshbon and Elealeh, for the shouting of my summer fruits, and for the harvest is fallen. Gladness is taken away, and joy out of the plentiful field, and in the vineyards there shall be no singing, neither shall there be shouting. The treader shall tread out no wine in their presses. I have made their vintage shouting to cease. Wherefore my bowels shall sound like a harp for Moab, and mine inner parts for Kir Haresh. It shall come to pass when it is seen that Moab is weary on the high place, that he shall come to his sanctuary to pray, but he shall not prevail. This is the word of the Lord. This is the word that the Lord hath spoken concerning Moab since that time. But now the Lord hath spoken, saying, within 3 years, as the years of a hireling, and the glory of Moab shall be contemned with all the great, let's see, verse 14, just despised. Okay, that's a better word. The glory of Moab shall be despised with all that great multitude, and the remnant shall be very small and feeble. So that's chapters 13 through 16. See you guys later.